I don't know why you need me, because Chris did such a great job.
Yeah,
so
I know, but you've been around the industry a long time. We've known each other for a long time. One of the things they didn't talk about is that Samsung will entertain, if the opportunity is right, that you'll actually put a custom environment together. Does that happen at all, or is it just something we hear about?
No, it happens all the time, actually.
Yeah, well, why? I mean, how and why? I think that's rather interesting.
See, I think it's because we're approaching the enterprise market very different from all of our competitors, right? We've kind of taken an approach that said we want to go into the IT organizations and we want to give them tools to help accept devices, this BYOD environment, everything that's coming into the enterprise, and we want to help IT managers, we want to help line of business managers, want to help them embrace the new technology. So where some companies, some of our competitors sort of give us a one-size-fits-all kind of model, we've come in and said, look, we'll work with you. We'll customize our devices. We'll customize the software on our devices. We'll work with you to create a solution that's really tailor-made for your environment. And that's really important in verticals like healthcare, where they have very custom requirements. And we've had to make some changes to our devices. We've had to make some changes to our software to allow them. We just had one of our devices recently, the first tablet that was ever was approved by the FDA as a Class 3 medical device that can be used in the operating room. So there's devices now, you go in and you have a subcutaneous cardiac defibrillator inserted in your body. Today, Samsung tablets are now in the operating room programming those devices with the surgeons when they're being put in.
So if I ever need a pacemaker, I should ask. Oh, you got the Samsung tablet ready?
Yeah, absolutely. Make sure you ask for that one, because the other ones are not as good.
One of the things that I've admired about Samsung's effort, not only has sales grown, but it's been led primarily by the smartphone initiative. And you now are coming on your refreshes on tablets where, as you just said, looking at customer needs. It seems like there's a maturity going on in tablets that it was all the iPad, but now it's able to offer a total solution. How are you addressing that from a tablet environment, because you've sort of got the momentum already going in smartphones?
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, the smartphone market is reaching a saturation point, right? So the growth on smartphones is declining. And when you talk, we just had a meeting.
The numbers are growing, but the rate is
exactly right. And we just had a meeting with our global CEO a couple of weeks ago in Korea, and one of his top initiatives is tablets. And it amazes me. I'm sure we could look around this room and see there's a whole bunch of people carrying a Samsung smartphone, but how many of you carry a competitive tablet? Why don't people understand? Why don't people make that connection between a Samsung smartphone and a Samsung tablet, and the fact that those two devices work so well together, and the experience as you move from one to the other remains seamless. All of your data, all of your web searches, everything remain the same. And that's what we're really focusing on, is how do we get people to embrace our tablets the same way that they're embracing our smartphones? And that's a huge focus. And I think it's around applications. I think it's around, as I think 2014 is going to be the year where laptop replacement starts to become a reality. And some of the tablets that we have coming out this year, you saw them if you haven't been to our booth, by the way, if you can get into our booth, by the way, go look at the Samsung Galaxy Pro tablet. It's an amazing device.
It's a little larger screen, and it's also got some great features.
It's got some great features on it that make it ideal for enterprise use.
There's a lot of talk about gear and all of the new wearable technology. Is the Gear Watch a fad, or is it something you think is going to be important when you're thinking in terms of Samsung 2 or 3 years from now? Are things like these wearables going to be a part? Well, like that one.
I think wearables is a huge segment that's gonna blow up this year, and in the coming years. The Samsung Gear. I don't know how many people have a Samsung Gear. I see one out there. Anybody else? One out, a couple over there.
One
Yes.
back there.
I mean, the technology is it's very nascent, right? It's very early, and you're going to see this device evolve. You're going to see other wearable devices come out. The whole idea of being able to take control of your own healthcare, right, with wearable devices that can monitor all sorts of things and allow you to take control of that is going to be huge. And I think the other big thing is applications. This device right now is great. I use it to track my pedometer, right? I count my steps, which I've gotten a lot this week walking around the show. But I think as more applications are developed for this device, we're talking to a lot of different enterprises, sectors like manufacturing, healthcare, anybody that's a field-based employee that needs to be hands-free. The Gear has a tremendous amount of applications, but we need to embrace the development community. We need to get them writing applications for this device, and that's why things like our program through our enterprise applications program, right, allow developers to get access to the API so they can develop applications for these devices.
That's going to be very interesting. I think that secret of wearables is connectivity and apps that will make a seamless solution happen. So it isn't just time and a particular, we got alarm about it. Although you did a cute TV ad at Halloween about don't go down there. They've got they've giving away the best candy or something like that. I want to thank you for coming up, even though you had such
I'm so
a tough
sorry I was
schedule.
late, Gerry.
Don't
If
worry
you guys
about
have experienced traffic trying to get from the Encore to here, I probably could have walked faster, but it's ridiculous.
But the point was, we got a couple of good questions in. I want to thank you for willingness to come up and
Gerry, we
and
thank
do
you
this.
too. You've always been a great partner of ours, and we really appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.